Hello, everybody. My name is Ed. I'm in my armchair, and the smoking lamp is lit. And guess what I'm smoking today? My favorite pipe. Look at this guy. Beauteous. It is a Stanwell. Who'd have thunk? But this is a rustification, and I think you can see that. It's called the Brushed. And I have, I think, 4 other brushed Stanwells. I just love the looks of these. I love the feel. Really love the feel of these. And I do have a few other non-Stanwells that are brushed. And I like it. So when it was put on sale, I had to get one. Who'd have thunk? Today, we are going to basically do a VR to Montana Piper. Mr. and Mrs. Montana Piper. And they have 3 little things for the VR. Well, I got myself and 2 other lads to help me. So we're going to take an issue. Nah. What we're going to do is all 3 of us are going to respond to all 3. But first, I got to tell you a little bit about Montana Piper. Mr. and Mrs. New to the YTPC, congratulations. This is a VR for their 100 subscribers. They're past that now. But something you don't know, and I'm going to pass it on. When they were younger, upper teens, it ends up they both were in some beauty pageants in different cities. So we had Mr. Montana, and we also had Miss Montana. And in a little tour, a little PR tour for that, that's when they met. And so now it's Mr. and Mrs. Montana. It's hard to beat that. They've been together ever since. Fantastic. So, the 3 issues. 1, shout out somebody. 2, what do you like about the YTPC? Or what have you learned from the YTPC? Or blah, blah, blah about the YTPC. So you're going to get 3 answers for that. And the third issue is, where is your favorite place to smoke? So I will start. And my shout out, we've talked to him before, but I want to get him going, especially if you want to get a sub from Germany. Yes. Pipe Chap Matt. Matthias. Great guy. I've been corresponding with him for a while now, but he's still young with us, and that's my shout out. Dr. Beauregard Gustafson here. Bogus to my friends. I would now like to have a shout out also to, for sure, My shout out is for A Fistful of Briar. Love that name. They, two of them, a father and son combination. Just like Pipes of Old. They're new. And from what I can tell, I think they'll be a great addition to the YTPC, having that perspective of the father and son. I like it. You need to check them out. A Fistful of Briar. Hello, Captain Tugboat Eddie here. So my shout out is to a person I just discovered, actually today. Panhandle Piper. Panhandle Piper. New for me. Kind of like him though. From the Panhandle of Florida. Check them out. Let's give them some love. The YTPC. I'm going to talk about how I got started with it. Upon retiring, I started thinking about, I just was getting even just a little started with YouTube. And, different things going on with it. And so I thought I'd look up how to recondition or refurbish a pipe. Because at that time I had, I'd been already smoking for about 45 years already. I had some old pipes. I had my dad's pipes. Only 5, but still. And a couple of my grandfather's. I wanted to learn how to restore them, refurbish them. So I started looking for things, came across Mutton Shop, which I think everybody has, stuffing things, and mainly Bear Pipe. And through that, I learned a lot of what to do. So I have gotten the tools, the buffer, various stains for the pipe, and then went to eBay and started buying a lot of pipes, in 10, 7, whatever amount of pipes. Hoping that, if I can get 2 or 3 or 4 out of it, that would be great. That got me involved with the YTPC, And then I started actually finding out what the YTPC is. And after a while, now it's over 5 years ago, started doing videos. So the YTPC for me was that kind of learning process. Initially, had a thing in mind for it, and then have just blossomed with it. And so, here I am today as a presenter. But that was the origins of my getting involved with YTPC. So that's what I thought. The YTPC. What I like about it? Yes, the people. Seen a lot of them. Yes, unfortunately, a lot of them come and go. But there is a community here of all kinds of people with one thing in common. And if that's all that is in common, it's still great. That is the love of a pipe. I have subs from all over. And what can I say? You get to know a lot of people. I unfortunately haven't had too many meetups. Would love to go to some more, but if I can, I will. That's what I like about the YTPC. What do I love about the YTPC? Their generosity. Oh, it's incredible. Sometimes it's money with people that really need it. Sometimes it is prayers. Parsimonious Piper actually weekly has a segment on Piper's Care, asking for prayers, generously asking for prayers, and I think getting prayers for those that need it. I especially love the generosity of those people that give us tobacco. Give me tobacco. People like Armchair Piper, who is always giving me tobacco. It's amazing how much tobacco that generous person really gives. And a kind guy, handsome guy, very handsome guy, giving me tobacco. You really are sucking up, aren't you? Hope it works. Very generous, very handsome. What a nice guy that Armchair Piper is. If he falls for it, what the heck? Always willing to share tobacco for those in need. I'm really in need. Do you think it'll work? I sure hope so. Don't you think that's a little obvious? The third thing is a simple one. Where's your favorite place to be smoking a pipe? That's in the name. Armchair. 95% of my smoking a pipe is in my armchair, just sitting right here. I usually smoke in the evenings, and during that time, I really love just watching movies. So when I first got my YouTube channel, looking at different names, it dawned on me, Armchair. In fact, I thought it would be gone. Nobody too many people would be wanting that. And nobody chose that name, so I grabbed it. The armchair, especially when it can rock like this. My favorite place to smoke a pipe. Yes, in my armchair. I am part of the order of the armchair. Enough said on that. Where do I love smoking my pipe? Out at sea. There is nothing like being out in the ocean, especially at night when you just see the stars so beautiful. You sit down and just stare at it. Just lovely. When I was out at sea, watching a sunset or a sunrise, they could be so spectacular. And if you're smoking a good pipe with a great blend, that is where I love to smoke a pipe. That is my place. I'm a little land bound now, but in the old days out at sea, nothing can beat it. To hear the waves. If you're on a ship, a lot of times the porpoise just running along with your ship. Fantastic. So yes, I hope to get back. But being out at sea, that is where I love smoking a pipe. Well, I hope you liked this little triple play for Montana Piper. And if you didn't like this, you're not going to get to heaven. So may your smoking lamp always be lit. Take care out there. Okay.